Hi everyone, on Saturday, May the 30th, a really good afternoon of racing from ITV. On Saturday, 9 races covered. The rescheduled Haydock card has gone to Carlisle and the entries have held up pretty well. We've got Hilary Needler Day at Beverley and a competitive handicap at Chester. The ground on the faster side of good across the country. The very hot spell does look to be coming to an end, however, and there is rain forecast, certainly in the south next week. We start off with our daily nap, sponsored by Priced Up Bet. It goes in the 3:30 at Chester, a 7 furlong handicap, and I'm strong here on Palmar Bay from the Rafe Beckett yard. Now, Rafe's been having a typically good time of things. He's had 4 winners in the last 14 days. Some of his horses did need a run or two, and I think that's probably the case with Palmer Bay, for all that he's been pretty highly tried on both starts so far this season. He was a massive eye-catcher last time out at Haydock. If you watch that run back, the winner, Lake Forest, they put the crown jewels on, a very progressive horse of William Haggis's, made all the running and quickened readily clear, but at 40-1 from well off the pace, Palmar Bay charged home, finishing with running left in the tank. Now, sometimes these sort of late headway monkeys can catch your eye and trick you, but it was still a very promising effort in a hot race, and he's back into handicap company here. Obviously, the nature of Chester, we know it's often not ideal to come from off the pace, but there's a good gallop on the cards here. Hector Crouch, a top-class jockey, hopefully can get Palmar Bay in a decent early position and swoop late if seeing any daylight. He's around about 6-1 with Priced Up Bet. I think it's a more than fair price. Our value angle selection, sponsored by Priced Up Bet, goes into 2:15 at Beverley. It's the 5 furlong 2-year-old Hilary Needler, a valuable fillies prize with a long history, and I like Moonlight Tango here from the Kevin Ryan yard. Now, Moonlight Tango is absolutely clueless first time up, green as grass, but she took a huge step forward over this unique course and distance last time out, showing a tenacious attitude. Now, that was only a modest race, but the step forward she took from run 1 to run 2 is really encouraging, and she's got loads of scope to do a good deal better. And I like the fact that she's shown herself capable of handling Beverley, which isn't possible for every juvenile. It's quite undulating. Some of them roll around, but she put her head down nicely. I think she'll improve again at what should be an attractive price. The remaining 7 races on ITV on Saturday, we'll spin through them in time order, starting at Carlisle with the 1:30, a 1 mile 3 furlong handicap, a modest race for the grade really. Humble Spark has run 2 crackers at Hamilton in recent weeks, so stiff track's no bother at all, and it's got the assistance of Lauren Young, a very promising claimer who's riding a lot for Jim Golding. Obviously, Jim's got loads of horses. He's had 8 winners in the last 14 days. They're absolutely flying. Humble Spark can hopefully find a gap and come through late from the foot of the weights. Back to Beverley for the 1:45, a 1 mile 2 furlong handicap. Again, a pretty low grade race to be televised on a Saturday, but I do think there's an interesting one here. I've been keeping my eye on Impartiality from the filmmaking yard. Now, Phil is a really good young trainer. I keep sort of waiting for him to take off. He could do with a Saturday horse or two, but I think he's one of those trainers, when there's money for them in these sort of northern handicaps, it's well worth taking note. And Impartiality has eased down the weights after a couple of quiet runs so far this season. He's now well treated. He's a previous winner on fast ground. He should go really well here under San James in what is quite a drop in class, and encouragingly, filmmaking has had 1 winner from his last 9 runners. Back to Carlisle for the 2 o'clock, a 6 furlong handicap. Well, Marty Hopkirk was another one who caught my eye from off the pace at Windsor last time. I was sent off 40-1 there, finished with running left in the tank after swerving leaving the stalls, and reportedly lost a shoe in the run there, so extra credit. It was quite eye-catching. David Locknane had been quiet. I think I saw an interview on television the other day where he said he'd only had sort of 7 or 8 winners when he's usually had 15 or so by now, but he has had 3 winners in the last fortnight. They're coming right now, and Marty Hopkirk should relish this stiffer track after finishing well last time out. Back to Carlisle for the 2:33, a listed contest over 5 furlongs. Well, Rogue Lightning is a 5-time winner at a useful level in the past. He is now getting on a bit, but I think there's been plenty to take from a couple of runs so far this season in warm company. Tom Clover's an excellent young trainer, well worth following. James Doyle booked for the ride. I think Rogue Lightning can go close here in what represents quite a big drop in class. Next, we go over to Beverley for the 2:48, the 2-year-old Trophy, a 5 furlong class 2, over over 25 grand's worth of prize money. I think Ronson might be overpriced here for Nigel Tinkler. There's two big positives for Ronson. First of all, stable form. Nigel, 6 winners from his last 26 runners, a 23% strike rate, and I thought he took a giant step forward for his debut at this track when winning over 5 furlongs over course and distance last time out. Now, it wasn't much of a race, but he stormed clear to win by 5 lengths from Navy Light, marking him down as a pretty smart juvenile in the process. The runner-up was a very well-backed horse of Richard Fahey, and Ronson himself landed something of a gamble there, back down from 25 to 1 to 12, and I think there's loads more improvement in the tank after just 2 runs so far. Back to Carlisle for the 3:10, a Group 3, 6 furlong fillies contest. Crepe Suzette let down backers at Goodwood first time out under what I thought was a very curious ride at a very short price from off the pace. Perhaps she didn't handle the camber at Goodwood. I think Carlisle with a stiff uphill finish should suit her over 6 furlongs. She has got a touch of class at this level. A very rare trip to Carlisle for John and Thady Gosden. Their horses continue to run really well. And finally the 3:45, a really valuable 1 mile heritage handicap. I like Blue Corvisier here from the Clive Cox yard. He's an unexposed 3-year-old. I think he's run 2 blinders in just 2 runs in handicaps in the south so far. There's loads more improvement to come after just 4 career starts. I think the stiff track will help, and Safi Osborne's booked for the ride. She's riding as well as anyone at the moment. Best of luck with all 9 ITV races on Saturday, everyone. Please do like and do comment with your own fancies and selections in the comments section underneath. Subscribe to the free YouTube channel if you haven't already, and do check out our sponsor, Priced Up Bet.